we're back!
Good morning.
Monday morning, kids.
You guys are watching Wake Up Call live on LoadedTV.com, and we're live 9 to 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Friday.
That's right. We are coming to you live from the Bonanza.
That's right. I'm Brandi Dequin.
Did you point to me and say Brandi Dequin?
No, I'm Brandi Dequin.
Oh, you're Brandi Dequin. Oh.
Here's the point.
I thought you went Brandi Dequin, and I was like, no, I'm not.
Then you have to change your name again.
I'm Dave Preston.
Again, one more time.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll point to myself this time so I don't confuse you. I'm Brandi Dequin.
Okay.
That's good.
Is that better?
Yes.
But
right.
we refuse.
Who are you guys?
We're not going to tell you.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
We have to have at least 5 requests before we'll tell anybody.
It doesn't matter.
That's right.
All right, well, I'll tell you guys.
Brandy's
It's
here.
Oscar Ovies. This is Dave Preston.
Excuse me. Showtime's Oscar.
Oh, my bad.
Sure.
Showtime's
Come on,
Oscar
let's go.
Ovies.
Gosh.
You
It's a holiday. You know, I'm upset because aren't people supposed to get Mondays off, President Day off? Why am I in here working on them? Come on, what's going on?
This isn't work. This is fun.
You need Oscar. You need a new agent. You need a new agent.
Clearly, I need a new agent. I better get.
This is fun, and if you guys would be sad if we weren't in here this morning, so
Right.
we didn't want to let our fans down, huh,
I know,
T-Bo?
what's going on?
There we go. Oh, he's back. I love it.
So it's President's Day, so people get it off school and work.
Well, I'll tell you the history. Just so happens. Just so happens, you know, it really was originally started to celebrate George Washington's birthday. That's what President's Day, and this goes back way back in like 1786 is when they decided to make it an official holiday.
It was a good year.
Yeah, it was. I remember. But then all of a sudden, it started to everybody presidents' holidays and different politicians' holidays, and so finally, it all ended up in 1971 under the helm of Richard Nixon when he said, "Look." And this is really the truth. I want to give federal employees a 3-day weekend.
Right.
And of course, they all
half our holidays exist.
I mean, and that's why we have federal employees so they can have time off.
That is why I'm convinced that's because it seems like there's a holiday every 3 weeks now.
Yeah. Well,
like
Or a beer crawl or a wine walk, especially in Reno.
And it's like they're all for everyone's like. It's more of a big deal now if you don't get it paid off than if you do. Like if I don't get it off.
No.
Like I'm like me coming in this morning.
So it was established in 1971. They passed a law called the Uniform Holidays Act. Only in America do we have a law that gives us holidays.
Yeah.
So Washington's birthday, which is meant to celebrate not only Washington but of course Lincoln's birthday is also in February. So they made it President's Day. That was clever. Then we have of course Memorial Day, we have Columbus Day, and we have Veterans Day.
Yeah.
But you ask, are we the most holiday country in the world?
We have to be.
Well, we are not.
Oh,
you should ask.
I have to know this too.
Yes, I went to my Funkin' Wagner mayonnaise jar and I opened it up.
What's your what?
Oscar knows all about that.
We swore we'd never speak about that on the air.
Oh, your mayonnaise jar.
That's right. The #1 country in the world that has the most holidays are China and Hong Kong. They have 16 holidays. They have Spring Festival, Labor Day, they have a National Day, they have a New Year's Day, they have a Miles Say Tongue Day, they have an Egg Roll Day.
Tongue Day?
Miles Say Tongue, whatever the third guy was.
That's
You know?
Yeah, we're like, is that French kissing?
Why don't we have a tongue day?
That's
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
we'll make a tongue
I
day.
say we make a tongue day.
And they have Egg Roll Day. I mean, they got it all.
Do they get it off work, egg roll day?
Absolutely.
Because in China, you got to have one holiday, then 3 hours later you got to have another one.
And not only that, but they
So
make
in England, when they get their tea breaks,
and they also make it much cheaper in China. But
the holidays are. Yeah.
Egypt has 16 holidays.
Well, they have way more people. They got to have more holidays. So.
They had to split the country up to take the holidays, I think.
Yeah.
So India has 15 holidays a year, and they just had that big once every 12 years where everybody goes to the Ganges River and jumps in.
Yeah, right.
And they had like 50 million people go and do that to be blessed. That was very interesting. Indonesia has 15 days a year. Thailand has 15 days.
And what's our number again?
We have about 11.
We're weak. Let's go, America. We don't
Morocco has 15.
Let's go, America.
We
Malaysia
don't come
14.
in second place for nothing. I say we start making up some holidays.
It's
right off the bat.
So Pam wants to see you jump in a river.
Nobody wants to see me jump anywhere.
Dupree's asking where we're broadcasting from. We're from Reno, Nevada, and we're live. Where are you from?
We're broadcasting in the desert, clearly.
As for those of you who do want to talk to us because we are internet, please make sure you tell us where you're from because we always like to identify that. We've had visitors from all over the world, literally.
Team America, yes, yeah.
Team America. You know, I have some rants about that.
Uh-oh.
Dubai.
Dubai.
That is amazing. How cool
That's
is
impressive.
that?
Wow.
Yes.
How many holidays do you guys have?
So did you know, alright, this is like just news just to talk about because it's local. JWoww, Jermaine Dupri, and Paris Hilton were in town
Yippee.
in Tahoe. We have some pictures of that we could throw too. They're just in town partying because Peak Nightclub at Harrah's Casino opened up and they were here partying, and that's about...
And that's cool. I mean, it's cool for Tahoe to get that much attention.
Look at her young boyfriend, by the way.
Is that really her boyfriend?
I'm pretty sure she was
I don't know,
babysitting.
but yeah.
That's what I think was happening.
Because she's like maybe my age, and that guy's like 21. Wow.
Not even, dude. Look at that guy. He got
Well,
snuck
he
in.
he might have got snuck in because of Paris.
Paris
He
Hilton
looks like a
sneak him in.
baby. He might still be senior in
And he
high
doesn't even
school.
know how to wear his shirt. His shirt's inside out, for goodness sakes.
It might be the new style because the writing actually looks...
You know what? I'm really upset. I'm upset now that I didn't go up there and hang out at the opening of that club because I would have loved to have punched both of them in the face.
Yeah.
In a drunken rage.
And then you would have, oh my god.
I would have been a hero to millions of people around the world is what would have happened.
And you
Right, audience member?
Yes,
Yes.
but you would have ended up in prison.
No way. Overnight stay, maybe. Night in the drunk tank. I'll handle that.
I don't know.
Exactly how it would have
Not the soap, brother.
Paris! Oh, sorry. I was
I like
dancing.
you tripped and fell because you were dancing.
Exactly. And then I look at her and go, hey, that's hot. And then you walk away. It would have been
That's hot.
real button on it. Bam.
That's
Would have been
a good
super
one.
cool. Not that I
She
condone
looks like
punching.
she's getting a little chunky there.
Oh,
She does,
my
right? Doesn't she, though? I thought the same thing when I saw that Dave up
Oh my goodness! Wow.
I agree.
I
That's
can't
right.
believe you
Same
said
thing.
that though.
What?
It's true,
true,
but
look at her.
but still.
She was. I saw pictures of her, like other pictures of her online from the club opening,
Yep.
and it's true. She looks like she hopped off the bulimic train, and she's back on to normal. Like she's back to normal now.
Was she one of those that bought
But
like
look at- she
all
looked
the
chunky in the other
Twinkies
picture.
before they went out of business?
She had to have.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my goodness! And oh my, I have no comment.
Now,
right
JWoww is a different story. Even though I hated that show and the Jersey Shore was
I love
awful,
it.
and of course you did, and it brought down. I think it set our country and our youth back about 10 years.
You know what that kid? You know what that kid is saying? He's saying,
Thank God I'm.
"You cost how much?"
Yeah.
No, he is like so stoked to be with her, and his hat says Paris
Now,
too.
JWoww's a different story because JWoww is hot. I'll give her that. She's not bright.
You think JY is hotter
And not really
than Paris
pretty.
Hilton?
Oh, way hotter than Paris
I think
Hilton.
so too.
Are you kidding me? Even when Paris Hilton was like at her peak popularity and the sex tape was out and everything, I still didn't think she was
JY
hot.
keeps it pretty real.
Well, I mean, as real as two fake boobs can be, but yeah, real.
I'm talking about personality, but of course you go to boobs, and I'm gonna rant about boobs later on
Brandi,
in
do
the
you
show.
think that
Rant.
she's a real personality? Honestly,
More
anybody on that show is real.
than Paris Hilton. Come on, she's as fake as it gets.
They're all.
I
pretty.
haven't met her, and I know people put on a different persona while
They're
they're in
just
front of the
I
camera.
mean, look at JWoww. Look at those. Look at those curves. All those curves and me with no brakes. Damn.
Yeah,
I don't know,
Brandi Dequin
they
is
should be
hard.
happy. They should be happy that they were allowed to go to that opening, and that I turned down the invitation to open that club.
You know how much they got paid to go there?
I do because they offered to me. I was just busy. I was busy doing beer pong at Harrah's Reno.
Well, Harrah's Reno
Yeah.
in Tahoe.
I
There you
actually
go.
spent an evening with Paris Hilton.
Really?
An evening,
Yes.
a night in Paris.
I
Dave?
saw that video.
Yes, right. No, but unfortunately, she was 5 years old.
All right, that's bad.
All right,
Okay.
no, I mean,
Okay.
her family was with her too. So
You know what? So here's the story. Now, this is the closest I ever got to Paris Hilton. When I was living in Vegas a few years ago. We went out partying for my birthday, and we were VIP at a club, and it was the weekend that the VMAs were in Las Vegas. And my brother and I at our party, we were in one VIP section, and I'm pretty inebriated at this point, and I'm dancing at the balcony over the crowd. And there's another balcony right next to us, so they kind of intersect at the corner. And I'm at the far left, hanging over, dancing at the balcony, and I look, and about this far away from me, on this side of the balcony, also dancing over, was Nikki Hilton.
Oh, so that's how close you
That's
got
as
to
close as I got.
Paris?
So I turned and looked, and Nikki Hilton and I actually shared a moment like this, where we looked, and we're both very drunk. There's a balcony here. We're like, whoa! And
And did she puke on you?
No, thank the Lord, because she probably hadn't ate in like 6 days. But we high-fived.
Ew!
We went woo, and then I went back and drank some more and that was it. That was as close as I got.
I should clarify in my day with Paris Hilton. Her grandfather, Baron Hilton, has an island up in the Stockton San Joaquin Delta.
Yeah.
And every 4th of July, he puts his own fireworks on. And I happen to be in the boating business and magazines, and I was an invited guest. And my children were there with him too. So my son is about 2 years younger than she is.
You know what's? And I actually stayed at the Paris Hilton one time.
Yeah, exactly.
Stayed at the Paris
I did.
Hilton?
Unfortunately, I was
At
the Paris Hilton. At the Hilton in Paris, France.
There's one.
There's a Hilton in Paris.
Yeah, everywhere.
You've been to Paris, France?
Yes, I stayed at the Paris Hilton. Unfortunately, because of my celebrity status, I had to go in the rear entrance at the Paris Hilton. Hello! Watch it!
He had to. He wanted to.
Happy President's Day.
It's my cue, isn't it? Moving right along.
So, okay.
That was, you know what's funny about, just as a little button.
You're moving right along.
A little PS to my Nikki Hilton story. I heard her tell the story about running into me on a radio show once, so it was a big celebrity run-in for her as well. It was a pretty impressive night for both of us.
Good morning, Hugh.
Do you know, alright, you guys, I'm ready to get into this boob rant, are you? Because I have a feeling our chatters are
I'm intrigued to see what your rant is, because I don't think it's as serious a
I am
story
ready to
as
not
your-
wear a bra for the rest of...
I was going to say this. This is what I was thinking as I was coming in.
protest.
Well, here's what I was thinking. I think you should take it a step further. If you want to go
not
against
tough.
and just
A
go
lot of
topless
people
for the
are.
show, yeah, I'll do it. If you
You know what, we are internet television.
Dave and I will do it
man.
if you do it.
All right.
Boobs. Will, that's
Exactly. I know, of course Will says boobs.
Will says boobs, which is
Okay.
also coincidentally the title of my autobiography, which you can get next year. Boobs, the Oscar Ovies story.
You guys, we have to talk about this and give us your input.
All
We
right,
have
let's hear
pictures
it.
of this.
Let's hear
North
it.
Carolina wants to instate a boob ban. So Rain Brown, a North Carolina state Republican, introduces a bill criminalizing nipple exposure.
Right.
So North
For women.
Carolina state... Oh, yeah, for women.
There it is,
That's
so-
that. That already makes me mad. So it's going to clarify the state law to specify...
Should I read it?
Specifically
No.
prohibit the bearing of women's breasts. You guys, so women are worried about showing too much of their private area. They said should wear pasties or perhaps duct tape.
But here's the thing, though, and here, because I read the article last night, because to be honest with you, I hadn't heard about the story.
I'm so upset.
And then I knew that you were all up in arms about it, so I had to go read about it. But here's the thing that I think you're giving this too much credence. I don't think this is as serious a story as you're
Well, let me
allowing
finish,
it.
because this is totally sexist. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It would make it a Class H felony to expose external organs of sex and excretion, including the nipple or any portion of the areola of the female breast.
Right.
First of all, is a boob an external sex organ of excretion?
Well,
No.
it can be, because
No.
Areola secrete? No. I'm so upset. How come guys could go topless and show their areola and their nipple and girls can't?
You won't get no argument from me. I think the more boobs, the better. What I'm saying is, I don't think this law is going to get any kind of
I really hope
movement
not.
behind it.
So everybody's going topless, and it says depending on the intent of the exposure, women could face up to 6 months in prison for just showing some areola.
And they are making amendments, because the article that I read said that it's not just like no boobs, no way. There is something about like breastfeeding, like that's fine, and there's stuff.
Yeah, there's an exception
they're
for
trying to
breastfeeding.
start it's not going to gain any traction. It's not. Nothing's going to happen with it. But but if it means that we all go topless for like the week, that's cool with me.
All right.
I'm willing to go braless.
All right, now take a breath.
Yeah.
I'm not done ranting.
Since I'm the resident social anthropologist, let's turn the clock back. How Helen Gurley Brown all got started. How the feminine they burned
the
bras.
Absolutely.
I'm ready
this
to
is
do
30
this.
years ago, just to have a recognition that women are basically equal. It was a women's movement to be equal to men in all aspects. This is just it's like they have nothing better to do in North Carolina.
Exactly.
probably.
There's no equality there, first of all. How come men can show their boobies, their areolas,
But this is
and women can't?
So you're talking about a very small section of North Carolina where this guy, as Dave just said, clearly has nothing better to spend his time on. And apologize if there's anybody in North Carolina watching this morning, but
Chat in, let us know.
Of course it's going to be in a state like North Carolina where there's not a whole lot. You know what I mean? Like
all of it. That was my point right there. U.S. is backwards. We're supposed to be
But the USA isn't going backwards.
We're supposed to be
This is one
freedom.
area.
Speaking
We're talking
of-
about one guy.
If that passes in North Carolina,
It's not going to.
let's just say it does. That's how, like, the government does it. They're like, oh, well, if they can get away from North Carolina, let's try it here, let's try it here,
right,
let's try it here.
It sets a dangerous precedent.
Exactly.
But I'll bet money it doesn't pass. I'll bet money it doesn't come close to passing.
It better not, because the gun ban already is scaring me, and the boob ban is scaring me too. I'm ready to go brawling.
In fact, we should have a whole show dedicated to just guns and boobs.
I think we should. And Liam says he is in North Carolina and he hates this, and he's thinking.
I want to point out that speaking of France, if you've ever been to the south of France and many places in Europe, when you're on the beach, it is very much topless, and it is not an avant-garde thing. In fact, it is a very natural, normal thing.
Exactly, and that's
nobody
what I
pays
want to touch on
attention to
too.
it. Yep. Exactly.
Here in America, I mean, we're they call us the land of the free, okay? But for example, France, boobs are okay. It's natural. It's totally natural. Everybody does it. Their TV, their advertisements. How can we watch Jersey Shore on TV but have boobs banned? Do you know what we see on Jersey Shore?
I know, because I don't watch.
Okay, well, you know you watch some dirty reality shows or something.
I thought Snooki was a pool game.
You make an interesting point there.
Might be a pool game trying to get something in a hole.
The Jersey Shore is as bottom of the barrel as it gets. So if Jersey Shore can be allowed on TV, we might as well just have like open murders in the street.
Here's what I say. All the ladies out there, let's protest and have the freedom of America, stand for freedom, and let's all not wear bras.
Or just go topless, period.
I have a solution.
That's what I think.
What we need to do is we need to have a Burning Man East, and we need to take all of Burning Man to North Carolina.
That's true. That's a hell of a point.
Yeah.
The East Coast or the Midwest needs something like Burning Man to lighten themselves up at least once a year. Like, that's a good point.
Yeah,
and you know what Mel says? We need to check, the U.S. needs a checkup. Things are getting really stupid. Everybody's agreeing how these stupid laws, like David says, are just coming into place.
I'll tell you what.
There's so many stupid laws.
I'll go topless the rest of the show.
If I do?
If you guys do.
Alice, will you go topless with me? Yeah. No, she'll go braless with me.
That's not.
No.
Well, I'm already ahead of you there. I'm already not wearing a bra. So.
Well, I don't know. That's what I was thinking. And protest, you guys, maybe we might have to do that because I'm outraged, and I just think.
For what? Can I make a?
It's all about our freedom.
Can I make a prediction though? Can I make a prediction? This is the truth. The prediction is within a handful of weeks. Let's say 6 weeks. This won't even be an issue anymore.
Yeah.
I really hope not.
It's not really an issue now. But
Hugh, it's not that Hugh was saying I don't like the debate. It's not that I don't like the debate. What I think it is it kind of shows the ridiculous extremes that politicians, who are some people I'm not real crazy about these days, that's what I'm all about. Is I just think it's ridiculous that someone would waste their time and the money.
Exactly.
And it's not that. And the other, I mean, once I was asked not too long ago, how do we solve the political problem? And there is a solution. And if every American hearing my voice, if you want to straighten out Washington, and I know you don't think you can do it, but you really can, and it's the simplest thing in the world. It's called register as an independent.
Amen.
The minute everybody becomes an independent, the two-party system loses its financial clout. Because the way that the Democrats, Republicans achieve money is based on a very specific segregation of Democrats from Republicans. If everybody's an independent, nobody can get the big bucks, and I'll tell you, that'll make
right, America, you guys hear that out there?
I'm not a political person. I'm just saying.
I'm not either.
It's just common sense. What it is.
Tebow says he's been independent for 20 years. I just am learning this, I guess, or remembering it. So, wow, I'm going to do that.
That's how you get rid of politicians.
Let's do it. Let's all register independent.
Right?
It's sexist.
I know, but it's not.
How come guys can show their boobies?
Look, I'm sure we'll talk about this more later. Real quick before we go to break, I wanted to mention it because it's a big story this morning. The legendary owner of the Los Angeles Lakers, Dr. Jerry Buss, died this morning. Very sad story. He's been battling cancer for years. I'm not a Lakers fan by any stretch of the imagination, but I am a sports fan. And for what he did for the Lakers and the sport of basketball,
NBA
was so huge, so influential, and it's actually very sad morning that Dr. Jerry Buss is gone, and we'll see what happens with the Lakers. And
but we know he's going to a better place.
Absolutely, especially with how the Lakers are playing this year. Especially with how the Lakers are playing this year. So,
all right, we're going to be back on this morning. It's Monday morning in Reno. You're watching the Wake Up Call here on Loaded TV Zoom. You're around the world. Chat with us if you want. out. We'll be back right after
We
every
have tech and guns
this,
coming up next. We have
this,
guns
this.
and tech and food. Oh my gosh. You're in for it.
Guns, techs, and food.
And food.
Boobs.
Wow, and boobs.
And welcome back. You're watching LoadedTV.com. This is the Wake Up Call, and I am Ken McKim with your Tech Bites update. So today I'm going to talk to you about the Xbox 720. A lot of people are excited about it. It's going to be better processing power, of course, multiple processors with multiple cores. Better speed, new games will be developed on Blu-ray discs, so better looking games. It's all going to be bigger, better, wonderful. I'm not going to buy it, and I'll tell you why. I think that Microsoft has shot itself in the foot several times over the last few months. First with their Windows 8 phone debacle, then with the RT Surface and the Pro Surface, and now with this. So for one, they have said that they will not support used games with this new console. So we won't be able to play used games on the new console. And games that you purchase going forward will only be playable by you. Which means if you buy a game and you hate it and you think, well, I can at least get something out of it by trading it in towards a different game that I might like better. Nope, not gonna happen. You're gonna be stuck. And this is going to hurt places like GameStop and GameFly. The whole secondary market is what keeps those things in business. Next, they're going to require an always-on internet connection to play any game, not just multiplayer, and that is stupid. I'm sorry, but I don't play a lot of multiplayer. I'm not that guy. Call of Duty with some of my friends once in a blue moon is fine, but I'm not a big multiplayer guy. I like to play single-player RPG-style games, and I shouldn't have to be connected to the internet to play them. That would be the equivalent of if I bought a Blu-ray movie, stuck it in my Blu-ray player, turned it on, and then was told, sorry, you can't watch the movie unless you're connected to the internet. Really? I just spent $60 on this Blu-ray movie, and I should be able to watch it, internet or no internet. Because there's no technological reason I should have to have internet to watch a movie. Streaming, sure, duh, that makes sense. This is a friggin' disc. I'm sorry, this is just infuriating to me. So I think that's crap, and if you want to really get an earful, ask people who are fans of the Diablo series when Diablo 3 came out for the PC, and they were informed that, nope, can't play by yourself without an internet connection. People were rightfully upset. The next thing they're doing is moving away from as many physical disc games to digital download only games. And I would be okay with that if we were going to see a substantial savings in the price, and we're not. Do you know how I know we're not? Because all you have to do is look at the ebook market to see where this is going. Yes, you can buy ebooks for a couple of dollars cheaper than their paperback and hardback versions in a store, but it's just a couple of dollars cheaper. And I'm sorry, when you don't have to manufacture a disc, when you don't have to make a case for it, when you don't have to print cover art for it, and when you don't have to ship it anywhere, that's substantial savings, and you should be showing that to your customers if you're going to offer them just a digital download where you're going to be saving a lot of money on the production of this game. And they won't. And that chaps my hide too. And really, if you can tell, I'm just... What are you thinking, Microsoft? You're not. You're just completely out of touch with what gamers actually want. What I am going to do is I'm going to go out and buy a spare Xbox 360 console so that when the one I have currently dies, I can just open up the new one and I'll get a few more years use out of that. and just avoid this whole thing altogether. Now, PlayStation, if you're listening, this is your opportunity. As long as you make sure that your console is compatible with PS3 games, and you don't require your players to always be connected to the internet to play their games, I think you're going to be doing yourself a big solid. You're going to get a lot of people that might actually switch platforms over something like this. I'd like to hear what you think, if you're going to do the same thing, if you're going to just hold on to your current console. If you said, nah, none of that really bothers me, Ken, whatever, send me an email to ken@loadedtv.com, or you can reach out to me over on Twitter as well, @WakeUpCallTech, as well as on Google Plus and Facebook. And that's all I have time for today, because my blood pressure is up, and it's probably not healthy for me to continue ranting. But don't go anywhere, because the Wake Up Call has many more great stories just ahead for you. So, until next time, I'm Ken McKim, and you take care.
LoadedTV.com. I am Brandi Dequin, joined by Jim Harwin. He's the owner and operator of the Safe Shot Indoor Range. Hello, Jim.
How you doing?
I'm great. I'm so excited about all this. Can you please tell us about yourself and your background?
Well, actually, my background was in electronics for a number of years. I was an electronic engineer in broadcast, and I used to work on the very equipment that we're talking on and being taped through right now. So I did that for a number of years. I'm a veteran of the Vietnam War. I also worked for a sheriff's department in Marin County for about 8 years. So I have a little bit of experience around firearms, and after 38 years in the electronic business, I decided to get into guns. So a big change.
So this is how your whole interest in guns came about and opening up your own?
Yeah, you know, I was collecting firearms for a number of years, and I decided to retire when I was in the electronic business. I was self-employed as well, and sat at home for about a week and decided I got very bored. So my wife kicked me out of the house, said find something to do, and here we are.
Jim, tell us about your interest in Safe Shot. What is it all about?
Well, you know, at the time, Reno just didn't have an indoor range, a place where we could come in away from the snow and the elements outdoors, and a safe place to shoot. So the idea came to look at opening a range. I've always liked guns, loved guns. I've been collecting machine guns, full autos, for a number of years, so I put that into play and went to Las Vegas and kind of checked out the scene there, what was going on, and they had a couple of pretty cool things that excited me, and I put it all together. It was a lot of work, but we had fun in doing it.
What does Safe Shot have to offer in northern Nevada that other gun places don't?
Well, not only that no other gun place has to offer, but Safe Shot has to offer a thrilling experience for tourists, especially from places that don't are not allowed to have guns or certainly machine guns, full auto weapons. Since we are a licensed machine gun manufacturer by trade, we build a lot of full auto weapons, and we bring them down here on the range for our customers to experience and have the thrill of shooting. So, and then unlike the other gun stores in town, what Safe Shot has to offer is an indoor range where they could try an assortment of guns before they buy. So that enables them to see if they're comfortable with the gun, if they can shoot that caliber, if it's the right gun for them before they go up into our retail store and make a purchase.
Why do you think it's important for people to learn about gun safety?
Well, right now, we all know what goes on in this world, and there's a lot of discussion and buzz about guns and then the politics of guns that I like to stay away from. I like to just look at guns the way they are right now, and hopefully nothing ever changes. But it's very important that safety is at the top of our game here at Safe Shot, and it's important to me. And so with every gun purchase here, we give a free concealed weapons class.
Good.
And we want everybody to be safe and trained with a gun, because you could be out there walking around and be around an untrained person with a gun, as well as myself could experience that, and something dangerous could happen.
Yes, that's so great. For every gun purchase here, you get a free CCW.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's really great.
And it's critically important. We hope that everybody takes advantage of that.
And it's Northern Nevada's only indoor range, right?
It is Northern Nevada's only indoor shooting range.
Okay,
That's
can you
correct.
tell us your contact location and phone number?
Our telephone number is area code 775-284-8984. Our website is www.safeshotindoorrange.com. We have a great website, very user-friendly. Our address is 2495 Double R Boulevard in Reno. That's right off the South Meadows Parkway turnoff off of 395. We're in South Reno. And you can also email us.
Well, there you have it, folks. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
Oh, my God. Welcome back. You're watching Wake Up Call live on LoadedTV.com. I am joined by Tony Suddy of Integrity Casting. And you have a special casting coming up, right?
Oh, man, I'm excited. We're going to shoot a Hollywood music video here in Reno on Thursday.
A Hollywood music video?
Yes.
Okay, tell me more.
Well, it's a great group by the name of Savvy,
Uh-huh.
and they are signed by Cash Money Records,
Okay.
who has Nicki Minaj and Lil Wayne and many of the top recording artists.
Okay, yeah.
So we're looking for 300 to 400 people to be in this music video.
Okay, you guys, 300 to 400. So if you're local, Carson City, even Fallon, you guys can make it up here.
Absolutely.
That's a lot of people
Fernley.
you're looking
I'm going to
for.
cast tonight in Fernley. I'm going to go to my own community and going to go to Electric Sun and hopefully get a bunch of
So
teenagers.
tonight you're doing a casting call in Fernley?
6 to 8 p.m.
All right, so everybody out there listening in Fernley from 6 to 8 p.m. And then when are your other castings?
Tomorrow in Reno at our studio from 12 to 5, and that's it. So I'm going to have to kind of put together as many people that love music and love, I don't know, Disney record, labels, and to come out and enjoy.
So what are the age ranges that you're looking for?
Ideally, they need to look 14 to 21. So even if you're 12 but you can look 14, I'm happy to have it.
I want to do it!
Come out! That'll be fun. And we've got all the press and wire image and PR photos, and they're going to be doing
So
some...
what would they be doing in the music video?
They're going to be the audience doing this kind of stuff.
Okay,
Just
so they're going
dancing
to be, so maybe Savvy, the music group, is going to be up
they're
on
going to be on the stage
performing?
in the celebrity showroom, and then we're going to have all the audience members out just really enjoying the music. So it's like a free concert.
Oh, how fun!
Nugget's
Okay.
going to provide food. So, and it's from 12 to 5, and I'm looking for moms, dads, teenagers, and kids that can look like teenagers.
So you're looking for the moms and dads that look like they're 21?
Nope, they can just be moms and dads that want to come and enjoy the concert.
Okay.
Since this is from Savvy plays on a show called The Wannabes for Disney, and actually for Stars Kids. And so this is a real geared toward family friendly, and so we want to have some moms and dads in there.
But it's with Disney Records, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have some questions coming in. They're saying how cool. I want to do it, but I'm not 12. Let's see. Can I bring my kids? How old? Do you get paid? When is the shoot?
No, it's not paid. You're going to need to do it for the adventure and for the love of it. However, guess what? We're doing a pilot for this particular company in April. So there's going to be a lot of positions that will be open for paid roles. But this you'd have to do for the adventure of it. What other questions do they
How
have?
fun. They're saying it sounds fun, and I think you already answered all the other ones.
Okay.
So let's repeat. You have a casting in Fernley, so tell them about that one.
Yes, 6 to 8 tonight. Don't need an appointment. Come on in. It's going to be at the Electric Sun Hair Salon, which is on Main Street.
Do they need to bring anything with them?
Snapshots. If you have a snapshot, bring that. Bring paper and pencil. I'll give you details. And then tomorrow from 12 to 5 at Integrity Casting in Reno on Washington Street, pop on in. We'll meet you and give you details on the shoot and hopefully get you cast for that.
Okay, so if you guys want to contact Integrity Casting and Tony Suddy, give them your phone number or website.
Yeah, give us a call, 775 322-1515, 775-322-1515, or look us up. We're on Facebook, Integrity Casting, Tony Study, or you can go to the World Wide Web under integritycasting.com.
Integritycasting.com if you guys are interested. So as she said, there's an audition tonight in Fernley and then tomorrow in Reno. So if you guys want to be a part of a Cash Money Records music video for Disney Records, how fun would that be? So yeah, you can bring your kids and all ages.
Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing all of you and having a great time on Thursday.
And you guys, she's looking for 300 to 400 people. So I think you could bring everybody.
Yes, your neighbors.
Yeah.
Nieces, nephews. Why don't you bring your brothers and sisters?
You know, they could probably come.
Yeah.
And my mom might be watching right now. She's already going to be down there. That'd be fun. Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much, Tony. And you guys want to be in a Savvy music video? Now you know. All right, that was Tony Study of Integrity Casting. We'll be right back. Alice is here to talk sports, and we're going to talk about some more events. Stay tuned. Welcome back! Woo!
Oh, okay.
So, we're joined by Dave, Oscar. Alice is here. Alice is here to talk about sports. Lucky you guys.
I'm only half here.
I know, Tifa. I just saw that. I was going to talk about that. Manchester United. It's going to be on at 3 p.m. today, Pacific time. I don't know what time it is in England and what time it's going to be showing in England, but I'm going to be watching that today, 3 p.m. Manchester versus Reading?
Reading.
Okay. 2 p.m. Central Time, right?
Righto.
Stuart! I always like to say that in my English accent.
Man,
That's the only thing I can say.
So, you're going to be watching that? Okay.
So
That's
that's
the
what
home of the greatest football team of all time, Man United. Right.
Greatest one
That is
ever.
good. I'm a chameleon, baby. That's the way it
That's
goes.
pretty good. That's pretty good. Another happy birthday. Shout out. Happy birthday to Michael Jordan.
Right. Yeah, we did not talk about that in the first time. Michael Jordan turned 50 years
I know.
old.
50. That's so weird because I remember watching him as a kid and how amazing he was, and now he's 50.
Do you want to hear a funny basketball story? When I was a kid, I didn't know, and I used to say I had two favorite basketball players. Shaquille O'Neal and Shaq.
Wow.
I was a kid.
Yet she's still allowed on the stage here
I
to
was
talk about sports.
like under 10 years old probably, and I'm like, Shaquille O'Neal and Shaq, I have two favorites.
Don't feel bad. I know people that still think that Lou Alcindor is someone other than...
Yeah, and Lou Alcindor and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar are two different people too. Well, the thing about Jordan, like they show clips of Jordan all week. It's been a huge week-long celebration of his birthday. The dude could probably still get out there on the court and ball with the best of them. Like that guy.
And I'll tell you what, you want to play golf with someone, it'll scare you.
Yeah, right.
That man can hit a golf.
You give Jordan 6 weeks to get in shape, lose the belly a little bit, and I guarantee he's out there balling it up, killing it with everything.
Yeah.
I guarantee.
He plays in that American Century every year on the lake. So if you really want to see a great golfer.
Yeah, head to toe, he plays Utah every year, and it's a pleasure to be his president.
So we're going to switch it up a little bit. Tifa wants to know a little bit more about Danica. Danica is the first female in pretty much the racing industry to lead to win Daytona 5. Well, not win Daytona 500.
Pole position,
She's on the pole position for Daytona 500, which is amazing. What sports news does Alice have? Well, I'm going to talk about Danica Patrick because I think it's amazing that she's the first female in the racing industry to get to that point, and she's kind of getting up there with Jeff Gordon and. Gosh, that's the only person I know about NASCAR.
However, let me say this, Alice. If you drive on the streets of Reno, there are many women.
Me, that think they're race car drivers? Alice, I'll give her that.
This is my dream. My dream is to be a race car driver because I love driving so fast and like to pretend on the freeway that I'm Danica Patrick.
She does. I've driven with her and I get scared.
Well, think about Danica Patrick being in the pole position, that's obviously it's a big landmark, and it puts her spotlight-wise into another category, and becoming even more famous and more visible to the sport and bringing more spotlight to the sport. She does have to win something, though, for her to be next to Jeff Gordon. Eventually, she's got to win something. So this puts her in a good position, and it's good for the spotlight, good for her.
Do you think she's going to win the Daytona 500?
No, probably not. But she does a good because there are more skilled drivers. She's in a good spot, and if she does, good for her. She's a good driver. Don't get me wrong, but there's more. I think there's more skilled drivers out there. So I mean, it'll be interesting to see. Like, you know, it'd be like getting to the NBA Finals, the World Series in your rookie year, or something. Like, even though she's not a rookie, as she grows and as she starts to participate in other levels of NASCAR, the more success she'll attain. So even if she doesn't win this year, she will eventually. I don't know if she'll win it this year, but she's a good enough driver where she'll get it, you know, eventually.
I mean, there is going to be a lot of pressure because she is a female in a man's sport. I mean, NASCAR, any kind of racing sport.
Daytona 500.
It's predominantly
it's not just any race.
Yeah, the Daytona 500
is the oldest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is the oldest and the most. It's the biggest, and so it carries one of the most prestigious trophies, and that's a big deal.
And also a predominantly like males.
Right.
Males are driving.
It's all males.
It's a male sport.
Yeah, she's the only female. It's all males.
So there is going to be a lot of pressure because she is female. But all eyes are going to be on whether or not she can contend with these men.
And I also think at this point, like, Danica Patrick has been around long enough where the shock factor that there's a woman in NASCAR is gone. Like, I think people have accepted her. Like, this is a big deal because it's never happened before, so of course it's going to be a big story. But I think you don't hear as much about Danica Patrick as far as her being a woman anymore. You just hear about her being another driver, which is how it should be because she's a good driver. And you know, now that she's in this position, you're right. There is going to be a lot of she might be feeling a lot of pressure because as Dean says, all eyes are going to be on her. And there's
she's gorgeous.
And Tebow said it also. There's still a lot of race left to go. So combine like what you're saying, like if she feels the pressure and with all the race left to go, it's going to be hard for her to maintain the pole position. No pun intended.
Yep.
I think she'll maintain the pole position.
Moving right along.
Maintain the pole position. Okay.
I'm sorry.
What I can tell you is, though, the roller derby, she is still the top.
Absolutely, totally. Yes. I want to know when she's going to do Playboy. That's what I'm wondering.
Playboy, right. I had to think about that.
Yeah, you guys get that? So, but good for her. I mean, that's a huge deal for her, and I hope she does well. It's not going to be easy, but I hope she does.
No, it's not. Definitely is not going to be easy, but it is going to be a sport to watch.
Yeah.
It is.
A race to watch.
Well, it's going to be a race to watch.
It's going to be
a really good race to watch. Another thing coming up that I'm so excited about, and I know you're a Giants fan, and I'm a Red Sox fan. Spring training's coming up.
Baby.
In Arizona!
It's going to go so bad, but
pitchers and catchers reported last week. I know today, as far as we're concerned, the Giants pitchers are going to be facing live hitters for the first time this spring today, so that's good. Big news.
We got outfielders. Outfielders are working out.
Yes, absolutely. Some names to look at just from a Giants standpoint. There's a couple of non-roster invitees that I'm looking forward to. Cole Gillespie is a formerly top prospect that's in the Giants camp. He's got a shot to make the big league team. I'm very excited about seeing him. They brought in a lot of relievers, Scott Proctor and Ramon Ramirez back, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. But it's probably a lot of spring training because anybody can make the team. Like, it's such a there's open spots, and Mike, a Diamondbacks fan, screw you, brother. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
You throw out a couple screws there while you're at it.
I'm kidding, Mike. I'm joking.
We're going to see if
Giants.
Jim Wilson comes back.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. He's still out there, and there's a chance he might be brought back on an incentive deal. So that'll be interesting to see what happens.
I am interested in Uke.
Kevin Youkilis? Well, he jumped ship. He's a Yankee.
Yeah, well, he went from Red Sox to
the White Sox. But who cares about that? Who cares about the White Sox? Now he's a Yankee. Now he's going to be rocking the pinstripes. He's going to have to be clean-shaven. It's going to be totally different. It's going to be
you
bad.
like this
It's going to be bad news.
No, I'm just so sad.
Kevin Youkilis has a very nice scruff, and now it's gone. So it'll be interesting. But another thing that's happening pretty soon, next couple of weeks, because of spring training is starting, is this year they only do it once every 3 years. Is the World Baseball Classic is happening this year, where all these teams representing their different countries play in this tournament. It happens all over the world, and the semifinals and the finals this year are in San Francisco at AT&T Park. So that's the second to last week of March. I think it's like 13, 14, something like that. So that'll be interesting. I'm hoping to go. We should go check it out. We should go cover it for the show. World Baseball Classic. That'll be interesting to see.
Well, you guys
Team
do
USA,
that.
Team Mexico, see all these basically all-star teams playing against one another.
Here's some requests to cover hockey.
Hockey?
Hockey?
Which teams would you like me to watch?
The San Jose Sharks.
Yeah.
Look at the Sharks.
The almost
Penguins.
team. The great almost team. Oh, God.
Don't go where the puck is. Go where it's going to be.
Good defense.
I had.
Tito, I have a question. Where are you from?
He's from.
Clearly he's from
He's
Texas
from
because he likes the Rangers and the Stars. Yeah.
Yeah, he's from.
I was wondering. I thought he was from England.
So did I, because he was asking, "Hey, Tivo, you like the Stars, eh?" Right.
All right, you sound.
Go Stars. You tell us.
I'm gonna be in Texas sometime Memorial Weekend, so we'll see.
Sometime Memorial Weekend.
Well, it's not. It's up in the
He's going to be in Dallas for 4 minutes.
Because she's in the
Memorial
process of
Day
looking for good guys out there. That's why. Are you
They're
gonna
not fair racing
He's a
too.
big air racer. I love the air races when they come here.
Righto.
Yeah, Tito's from the air races. Yeah.
I'm going to finish the show talking like this.
All right, let's all talk
That's
like
going to do
this.
it for us, eh?
All right.
It's
All right,
done.
y'all.
We're going to do that, and we're going to close the show
Cheerio.
abruptly and say, we'll be back tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning, and as they say in across the pond, Toodle Pip and Tutty Bob.
Who's your uncle there, right? Hey, Rod.
Oh my goodness. Thank you guys bright and early. Thanks for tuning in to Wake Up.
We're going to visit the Bobby the Lorry.
And thank you for chatting in and being so sweet. We appreciate our sweet chatters. You guys are amazing. Great. All right, 9 to 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Friday. See you tomorrow.
Peace. Love.
And thanks for being so sweet.
Peace out.
I love sweet chatters.